Hello, everybody. Jim here, and today we will start a new week. So let's get down to into that. Let me actually remove the alerts. Let me remove this. Let me remove that, and let me move that about here, and let me remove that, which was a backtest. And let's see how this session, USA session, will play out. Um, just to clear some things in order everybody to be on the same spot. There are two EAs, two, all right? Apeiron OR, and we can see on the top right, OR, and let me go over here. Apeiron adds GMR. Okay, OR GMR. Right now, those two EAs are two completely different strategies. Okay, to repeat again, there are two completely different strategies. One EA, we have here something called magic number. Now, magic number proved to us and to you guys quite few things. Number one, that the positions are not taken manually. Now, why this is important? It is important because I cannot take a position manually. Let's say, oh, I go all in or something, and then say, oh, it goes from, the expert advisor. Or to take a position, the expert advisor, and because it's a losing position, to go and claim, oh, actually, it was a manual position. So, in manual positions, you cannot add a magic number. So, when we have a magic number, we instantly know that it was a position, all right, through EA. Now, how do we recognize which EA? In order for me to recognize which EA, I put magic number 7777 for the OR, and for the GMR I put 77888. Okay, so all positions that have magic number 7777 are from one expert advisor. The other positions that have 77888, for example, they are from the other expert advisor. On top of that, the magic number help us on the technology side in order the EAs to not confuse. For example, I have the GMR on gold. I have the OR on gold, right? Now, the most important thing is how, let's say, both EAs open a gold position. So, how its EA will be able to track its own position that open. It's simple. Its EA look only its own magic number. So, if one EA open a position, it put the magic number. The other EA open another position, put another magic number, different. I open a position manually, it doesn't put a magic number. Now I have three positions, but let's say strategy number one from one EA need to modify the position or need to trail. doesn't mean that all positions will trail, right? That's why I have coded that way. So each CA look its own stuff independently in order if I want to trade manually and open a position on gold or on Euro USD, that position to not interfere with the logic of the EA. All right, that's about that. Other questions that I received about the VIP group. Yes, um, the cost is $500, and no, there won't be any Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or whatever um, discounts. The group is not. Listen, if you're looking for something free, and I understand, okay, that not everybody need to start from somewhere. This is not that group. Okay, this is something different. It's not an Indian or Pakistani group or South African or from Kenya or from Nigeria or from Uganda or whatever that gives you a position that they have never taken themselves. Okay? All positions that I give, I take it on my account first and then goes to the group, which means if I win, you win. If I lose, you lose. Nowadays, I do uh, the EAs, which I have recorded. If you look, um, Friday we did about 5K. The day before that, we did about 6.5K. The day before that, we did 6K on one account, 7.5K on the other, not account from one EA, 7.5K on the other EA. The other EA is slower, more long term. It will get couple positions a month, probably high success rate, especially on the long run. That's on that. Um, the free group. I'm not gonna post their free trades. It's not the purpose of having a free group to post 1 to 3 free trades a day in order to siphon someone into a VIP group. The free group is only to put updates on what I'm working, what I'm doing, think it like a journal or like a calendar that I posting my ideas, my beliefs, what I'm working, what I believe, what I'm doing at the moment. Okay? There are plenty of other groups that will give you a free trade. Most of the time they haven't taken that trade themselves. All right? So it's not the place for that that it's not that the place if you're looking for free trades. Mm, what else? Coaching one on one. It's high end and it's one on one. I cannot say more. Do I believe it worth? Yes. Do I say it because I do it? No. If you know me even a little bit, no. If it didn't work, I would say no, it doesn't work. Um, does it worth? Yes. Why? Because not only you will learn stuff that you don't know, but and you will get tools, custom tools. I cannot say much on a free, YouTube video, but the reality of the things is that you will have, you know, someone that walk the walk and have been where you are and have done it to be with you, rolling up the sleeves and do the work together. Imagine to having a top trader work with you. I'm not saying like, how pay me some money and let me send you to some codes like many influencers do, and you pay them thousands, tens of thousands, and they say, "Oh, connect with that coach." Come on, I pay you to for you to coach me for your time. Okay? Now, I don't want to name names. Actually, I want to name names because I'm sitting many times on the influencers. One is, for example, Luke Belmar. One guy pay him 15,000. Not only they hang out for 5 minutes in the yacht, he asked him, "Hey, how can I, you know, 3x my business?" And he said, "That's for you to figure it out, bro. Bro, that's this is not worth it." For example, Alex Zir, you pay him, and essentially he put you on a funnel, and other coaches and other sales speeds contact you again and again and again, and they telling you, "Hey, we have one spot," but they don't have one spot, and try to take your money over and over and over, and you never talk, with him, let alone do one-on-one, and then they guide you to videos. For me, I'm not sending you into a video because here is the reality of the situation, guys. Everybody are on a different level. If I shoot a generic video, okay, for you might be the biggest bullshit and say, "What, those are child's play," and for me that I am not, might be not be on your level, might be the best day, the best thing ever, and for another guy might be, mm, yes, maybe no, maybe not worth that much. So a generic video, it doesn't speak directly to you, to your abilities, to your understanding, to the things that you can achieve the way. I mean, think it like that. If that was working, right, people like Cristiano Ronaldo, they wouldn't have a chef. He would, you know, download the diet from, Google and call it a day. Why to pay a professional chef? Why to have a coach, strength coach and condition coach? He could download something from online, buy the equipment, and not need to pay, tens and hundreds of thousands per year on a coach to train him. And other people think it like that. UFC fighters are, the most savagest people on earth. We can agree that if they want to, take the life of someone, they can actually, they can do it. Right? Why do they have a coach? They are stronger than their coach. And when they win a fight, they give, 10% to the coach. So if Conor McGregor makes 10 million, 1 million goes to the coach. 1 million goes to the gym. I mean, they can buy a gym, you know, because the coach can see stuff that they can't. Okay, and he can guide them. He can see their strengths, their weaknesses. I mean, guys, the same thing applies even to here. For example, let's take Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. They are multi-billionaires, right? They don't say where to invest. They have a board with people, financial analysts, and those guys say, "Hey, we will invest in land, we will invest in this, we will invest in that." And many times, if the owner Bill Gates want to invest in something that he believes, he needs to ask a permission for his own money. Okay, the same type of mentality is what we have here, which means you will get coached one on one with me, which means I spend my time, which means I don't trade myself on your time, which means I'm losing money in order for you to make money. Okay, of course, there is a deal, there is a structure in place, but essentially you get my attention on top of the system, the tools. I don't want to, you know, that's why I say it works. Okay, because it's not pre-recorded videos and say you and John and Mary and Helen and Jacob will watch the same video and somehow everybody will be successful. On top of that, much of my payment depend on your success because of the deal that we structure. Is it expensive? Yes, hell yes. But most of the money I get them after you make money. Doesn't mean that I get nothing, okay? But I provide knowledge and the ability to learn and my time. You provide a little bit of money on the beginning. I mean, it's not a little bit, but it is what it is. And then as you make, because we have targets, all right? As you hit those targets, I make, I take a kickback. This is essentially where I get the majority of the money. So depending, so to put it simple, guys, on because I don't want you everybody to break in my balls like and ask me all the time. If you could find any other coach that says, "Hey, the majority of the money I will get it after you make money," let me know because you won't. Because we try to create here an environment that I don't say, "Oh, I got paid. I don't give a fuck." And you to be on a stress. Neither we try to create an environment that, "Oh, I won't get paid, so what's gonna happen." We try to create an environment that it would be a win-win situation. I will get good money if you hit your targets. You will want to pay me money to learn, and you will be happy to hit the targets because that would mean that you know what you're doing, all right? And that would be a good thing. For example, if we have a target that when you make $50,000, I will get $10,000, right? That would be a win for you, right? Because one, we work together to hit that number, but not by me giving you the fees, telling you, "Hey, buy, open 10 lots," because if I die, your business die with it. We don't want that. We want you to be able to do it yourself, right? And the next thing is um, that me, I would want you to succeed. You will want to succeed. So we try to create an environment that would be win-win for everybody, especially for you and me, depending the majority if you win. All right, which takes tremendous amount of faith because someone might, hit the targets and never pay, disappear, which means I would have waste my time. Something very important because it's one on one that they have 24 hours. I have a kid, I have a life, I have coding that I do my stuff, I have my videos that I'm shooting, I have my back tests, and I have my trading. Okay, so even if I wanted to take everybody, I physically cannot. Okay, so it's not like, oh, if everybody come, everybody will be accepted. No, especially from people that I don't know, and because think it like that. If I spend 1 to 2 hours a day, few times a week with you, okay, that 1 2 hours I could literally trade and make money. I have proved my point. It was the best trader on one prop firm, verified. 130 payouts plus six-figure payouts just from one firm, just from one account. Um, so it's not like I'm a nobody. I'm someone that and I see other people that try to do what I do. For example, Alex Z or ICT, and those guys have been caught to faking from the screenshots to siphon people to some nasty brokers, unregulated, unlicensed, that are fly by night. I mean, come on, come on. And for me, listen, I'm not gonna go into that ever into that direction because I want to have an easy sleep at night. You know, I don't want to be chased on my dreams that I took from someone his last money. I don't want that in my conscience. I don't want that in my life. I don't need it. So yeah. Um. That's what I mean. That's why I say on my free Telegram, I am the hope of the universe. Oh my God. Now you might say, hey, why I'm laughing? Well, because I can. You might like it, you might not. I mean, listen, if I start, if one of you get the opportunity to actually start, right? I'm telling you, markets will never be the same. The things are, I cannot say much, but markets won't be the same. I have people that hit 50R, 10R, 20R on a daily basis. Okay, one guy actually multiple times a day. Anyways, I cannot say much. I mean, at the end of the day, each one makes his own, decisions and decide for himself what's best for him, right? Maybe some of you will actually want to, spend money for a firm after firm after firm, and you know, I mean, I know a guy that have spent on challenges alone about 40 challenges, maybe 45 challenges on one firm, on one firm. I mean, at some point, even the firm is responsible, right, for accepting that poor guy money. But the prop firm model is it depend on that, so they are okay as long as people losing. But what I'm trying here to say is, sorry about the noise in the background. The boss is doing his thing. Um, you know, yeah, one guy have spent like 40, 45 accounts, all are 150 to 200K. So essentially, he spent between, $750 to $1,200. Let's say on average $900. Um, Let me do a quick math on the calculator. Let's say 40 times 900 is 36,000 just spending on challenges, and he's lucky that he did that on 36,000, because when he lose the account, for example, you spend 1,000, you get 200k account, you are able to lose 20k, right? Even though you pay 900. Imagine to be on with real money, it would be hundreds of thousands down in the drain. So prop firms are still lucrative. Um, for example, let's say 40 accounts times 20,000, which is on 200k account, the maximal drawdown, he would have lost 800,000, and he lost the same amount with 36,000 essentially. So he cut his losses a lot, but to lose 40 accounts on prop firms, it means that you don't know what you're doing and you need help. And most people, they don't want to pay for coaching, and they continue to throw money into the wall. Even if you have passed something, what do you think it will happen? Most likely he will lose the account before even the payout. So that's that. Another questions that I received is about um, the people on uh, what are we doing inside. I cannot reveal that on you know I guess you need to take a look and see if it works. Could be someone that you need to learn. All I'm saying is you won't find that information on YouTube. If it was on YouTube, everybody would have done it. But what do we know? We know that 97% of the people are losers on that, business. So how those people, the majority, get the information? They get it from Google, they get it from YouTube videos, watching strategy after strategy after strategy, and then they go and implement it, which shows that you don't need to do that. YouTube is there to feed the system, because the YouTuber put their affiliate link. Do I do it myself as well? Yes, of course. But I'm not teaching you on YouTube strategy and telling you how to spend your money. No, I put it the link and I say, which I could have put every firm, okay, but I put the firms that I trade and I have got paid, which I don't know if you know it, but you could put a link on every firm of every firm, even if you don't trade with them. So it would be easy for me to have below on the description 10 links from 10 different firms, and whichever works, it works. But I don't do that. Neither I say, how to spend your money and stuff like that. And I have also one broker, which is the best, um, especially if you live in Europe. And that's that. Anyways, don't want to take your time about those type of stuff. Maybe most of those don't actually interest you, and you don't find it fascinating and cool. see, first trade, 777, you see, number, fix that. I mean, even on 1 to 2, I could close it sooner. Let me go over to the news, check. See, all positions have stop loss the moment they enter into the market. There is no position without stop loss. Clear. And it doesn't mean that um, on every position every day there would be a setup, right? Give me 1 second. Here we open UK 100. I see the spreads higher. 96, 0, 3, 10. That is a notch. That is a notch. That's more like 99. That's a most of those positions they run with the Euro USD settings. I haven't sit down and optimize each one of those, this, for their own pips, their own pair, their own, stuff. And I used the Euro USD settings that I haven't even finished, which was about 30%. Right? So the results could be better, but very important is that I mean, obviously needs the setup to actually happen. It doesn't happen naturally. Here, now some of you try to decode it and say, oh, that's here. Why didn't take the position? Doesn't work like that. And why this is applied? While this is applied, not why this is supplied when it started outside the zone. It's different calculation. By the way, you see, use the GBY 1 to 1, whatever, and go straight to TP. Not much pushback. I could have put the trail. I haven't activated here yet, or I don't think so. Uh, Let me actually check. Give me 1 second. Okay, I will need to see why the trail didn't happen. Maybe it will happen after 256. Or here. Normally supply zone, right? Then take. It's more. But that strategy exists for about 50 years. There is the paperwork. It's profitable. I just made it, you know, 10 times more profitable, more better, um, coded to automate it in order, because manually, let's be real, you could open like one or two positions on two pairs, but here I could have 10, 20. Those monitor if exist setup, great. If not, to the next. Let me check something. All right. Now we will see here, it will actually start trail um, as price goes up and up and up. See, from 1000 goes to 932. Here it is crazy. But this is more of a swing position. let's see if the trail actually. You see, even though we get a retrace, we never actually go like straight to stop loss. Even if we go to stop loss, we will go slowly, 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 slowly there, which means, most of the times we are correct, the market is fighting us. On one to one, I could put I could have take a partial. Here, for example, I could take half of those. Max drawdown, it was about $900 as we saw. I want to go over everything automated as you can see. I will have the partial. What I wanted to see is on bit. If we go again here 2K, I will take it. So those two would be free, essentially. And if we continue down, CFDs, CDP scores. I don't remember. 932. That one probably trailing. We hit the stop loss. Too bad. It would be good if we didn't. It is what it is. We could go here. Mhm. If I had taken the one position, it would have been free, and that would have been pure profit. euro. Two 2.5 is good. Here another 2.5. Let us see now. Let me now see if it will. Be. Okay, check it. I need to fix little bit better the trail. Alright, I will leave the positions here running and I will update everything on the VIP group. Probably I will take some partials or I close something and we go from there. Right?